Yo, what's going on, guys? KrispyFlakes here. So I'm sure we've all heard the horrible news now that Victor Oladipo went down with a horrible knee injury against the Toronto Raptors and is now going to be out for the rest of the NBA season. So for today's video, we are going to do a rebuild of the Indiana Pacers, see if we can save this season, see if we can get this team going off in the right direction going forward, because they have a record of 32-15. So, I mean, they are a top team in the entire NBA, and actually looking at the Eastern Conference, they are the third best team and only 4 games away from first place. So this is definitely a huge loss for them. On this NBA season, we got Victor Oladipo about 19 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, playing amazing defense. Yes, the numbers are down from last season, but they're still really solid numbers. When you got guys like Sabonis stepping up and Bogdanovic at 16 points a game, it kind of makes sense that Oladipo's scoring would go down a little bit because other guys are really stepping up. The thing is, though, is that while this is a horrible injury, I do think there's one guy on this team that can fill in that shooting guard position and hopefully get them going in the right direction. That's actually Tyreke Evans. Now, I know this season his numbers are down, but look last season, guys, on the Memphis Grizzlies. 19 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal per game, shot 40% from 3. That's like very similar to what Victor Oladipo is doing this NBA season. So my mindset here is, it would be nice to give Tyreke Evans the start. If we can find a better option out there, that will also be fine. But I think this team should be okay. Yes, they're probably not going to finish like top 3 or top 4 in the Eastern Conference, but I still see them making the playoffs. And yeah, let's go ahead and check out some trades, some free agency, what kind of guys we can get out there. Because as far as the shooting guard position goes, like a Tony Allen's not really going to help. Ginobili's not going to come out of retirement to play for the Pacers. Jordan Crawford, I guess he's a decent scorer out there, but I don't know if I like him as a starter. Ron Baker, at least he got the 3-point shot, but that's about it. Aaron Aflalo, guys like that. So not really a lot of amazing options out there from the free agent standpoint. So something will need to be happening via trade. So we're going to go to Trade Finder, and I mean, there's not like a lot of like trade value on this team. Really, the only thing I can see myself doing for this rebuild is allowing Sabonis to start at the power forward position, start Miles Turner at center, and then use Thaddeus Young. Maybe try to trade him to a team that's looking to win and get a nice role player in Thaddeus Young. Maybe toss in a guy like a Corey Joseph and give the rings to the backup point guard to Aaron Holiday. So we are going to see what we can get in a trade like that. It's just, I feel like the team has to do something out there. You know what I'm saying? So as far as trades offered our way, we got Wilson Chandler, Mike Muscala. That's not really going to help. George Hill, no. Bobby Portis, Tristan Thompson, Montrez, Jeremy Lin. I saw Hassan Whiteside, Tony Parker. So not really. Okay, well, this is actually not really a bad trade, man. You get Tim Hardaway from the New York Knicks, averaging 20 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists on the season. Now, his contract's not the greatest, but it's only 2 years, so it's not like the worst in the world either. You also get Noah Vonleh, who would be a good backup power forward for this team. Like, he's averaging 9 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, shooting 40% from 3. So that's not a bad trade. I actually really like this one a lot. And Tim Hardaway, like I was saying, man, like he fills in that scoring void, at least, of Victor Oladipo. It also allows for, Tyreke Evans to continue to come off the bench so we don't have to mess with chemistry too much from that standpoint. We got KCP, don't really like him. Evan Fournier, also another decent option. This NBA season, about 15 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists per game. Shooting's definitely down from other seasons, though. We got Joe Harris, not a bad player right there. Davis Bertans, I mean, he's a power forward, so that's not going to help the shooting guard position. TJ Warren, Steven Adams, Dario Saric, we got Zach Collins, Iguodala, and Otto Porter. So, yeah, man, really the only trades that I'm thinking so far is probably the Tim Hardaway trade or Evan Fournier. And I think I'm going to go with Tim Hardaway because the Knicks are looking to trade him anyway, so they get a few expiring contracts with that. So I think it makes sense, man. I think it definitely makes sense. And, yeah, the team that, James Harden just dropped 61 points on, that's not great, but hey, man. Yeah, and Oladipo says he can play right now. He's clearly not going to play at all this season, so I'm going to take him right out of the lineup. I don't know why 2K made it so he can play. He's definitely not going to be able to with his current state. So let's go ahead and put him in rest mode. And yeah, I guess we'll put that guy right there. Let's fix up the rotation a little bit. Tyreke Evans continues to be on the team. And I do like Noah Vonleh on the bench on this team, so I'm pretty happy about that. Let's go ahead and put Aaron Holiday. He needs to get some minutes now as backup point guard. Get him at about 15 minutes a game. Get him right there. We'll get Oladipo. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, man. Tim Hardaway. We'll get at about 32 a game. Sabonis got to be playing a lot. I really think it's time for like Sabonis and Miles Turner. Like, both those guys need to just step up big time. I'm talking big time, guys. Like, if this team wants to continue its level of success, somebody has to fill that void. So, yeah, the team looks pretty good, man. I think this is probably like a best case scenario. So, we are going to go ahead, simulate the rest of this NBA season, hope for the best, hope this team makes the playoffs. Then Oladipo, of course, will be back after this season, and then we can really get this rebuild underway. Okay, so the team still ends up with a 50-plus win season, which is fantastic given the circumstance. One more game against the Hawks for the W on the season. MVP going towards Giannis Antetokounmpo, Luka Doncic Rookie of the Year, Dennis Schroeder 6th man, Anthony Davis Defensive Player, Buddy Hield Most Improved, and Nick Nurse is Coach of the Year. All-NBA first, All-NBA second, and All-NBA third, looking like that. Not really seeing any of our players out there, but that is okay. We finished with the 3rd seed in the Eastern Conference, which is, I believe, is what they are currently at, right? So let's go ahead and check out the player stats on the season. We got Oladipo, of course, out for the season, so, his stat line doesn't change. But Tim Hardaway, 18 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal per game. 41% is not amazing field goal percentage, but it's okay in this case, I would say. Shot 37% from 3. Shot very nice from the free throw line. So I would say he probably filled the void pretty nicely out there. Sabonis had 15 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists once he became a full-time starter for this team. Bogdanovic at 14 points, Tyreke Evans at 14, 3, and 2. So we got a few more minutes off the bench with Victor Oladipo going down with injury. His field goal percentage actually skyrocketed. He was like at 39% to start this video. Actually went up to 42% three-point shooting. So good for Tyreke on that for stepping into the role. We got Miles Turner at 13 points, 8 rebounds, about 2 blocks out there. Darren Collison, pretty solid numbers. Noah Vonleh, good backup power forward numbers right there. And then Aaron Holiday is the backup point guard. I mean, him being able to do that is the reason why we were able to, get a guy like Tim Hardaway and Noah Vonleh on the team. So, first round, we do have the Brooklyn Nets. I could see this team getting to the second round and probably losing to the Milwaukee Bucks. So let's go ahead and simulate this, see how this goes. Or maybe we might just lose to Brooklyn in the first round, and that's just the end of it. Wow, man, we actually got swept 4-0. That is actually really disappointing. Also, the Pistons got past the Milwaukee Bucks. So I don't know what's going on with the game today. But, yeah, Tim Hardaway in the closeout game, 28 points, 4 rebounds on 11 for 15 shooting. He'll probably, I guess he could potentially play the small forward position, but he might actually end up as a backup shooting guard next season, and we might not bring back Tyreke Evans unless the contract's pretty solid. Because Oladipo, of course, is coming back to this team and going to be the full-time starter, plain simple. Like, we're not playing around with that. I know Tim Hardaway had a pretty solid season, but yeah, we're definitely not playing around with that. And as far as the championship goes, it looks like it's probably going to be the Golden State Warriors. And yes, they win it 4-2. Stephen Curry Finals MVP. Let's move on. Okay, so I guess we'll go to staff signing first here. And yeah, Nate McMillan, he's been a solid coach for the team. He'll stick it out for this rebuild. NBA draft, I mean, we were 3rd in the Eastern Conference, so it's not going to be a great draft pick, but who knows? Actually, this might be a decent time to see if we could actually trade up in the draft with the guy like Tim Hardaway. I'm actually going to look for that and toss in my first round pick right here and see if I can get like a top 10 pick. I don't know if we'll be able to, but just something. Oh, we can get the 5th pick in the draft. We also have to take out Miles Plumlee's contract, which kind of sucks, but it's only a 1-year deal, so it's not that big a deal, I guess. And any other draft picks, man, the 5th pick in the draft, we can get the 13th pick and the 20th, or the 2020 pick of the Los Angeles Lakers. And in this case, we don't really got to take on any additional cap, so that's not a bad way to go either. But I think I'm going to go with that 5th pick and try to go for like a point guard, something like that. So yeah, let's do this trade. I don't want to take on his contract, but it's fine. Maybe he'll play a little backup center for us. And yeah, man, I absolutely love that trade. So we have the 5th pick. Let's go ahead and check out, see who's available. So we got I always say his name wrong, guys. My apologies. Ryu Hachimura. I know I'm saying that all wrong. I apologize. We got Bobo, Seiko. We got Darius Garland, who actually just went down with a bad injury himself. Now, overall wise, these are some of the best guys available. Darius Garland seems like he might be a pretty decent option. So he averaged 22 points, 8 assists, 5 rebounds in college, 3 steals. Shot amazing field goal percentage. Could be a guy that could replace Darren Collison down the road. Or we go with the small forward and replace Bogdanovic. But Bogdanovic has actually been pretty nice. So I don't know if I really want to do that either. I think I'm going to go with Darius Garland. I never really used him before in this game. So if anything, he might be our backup point guard. We'll see about that though. So yeah, guys. Darius Garland is who I am going to draft. And now we just got to focus on, free agency because we still got some bonus in Miles Turner, I believe. Bogdanovic, I think, was on a multi-year deal. I'm not completely sure about that. But yes, Darius is like 77 overall, so he might be the instant starter of this team. Although, Darren Collison might still be that too. So bonus, okay, we got a team option on him. That's fantastic. TJ Leaf, bring him back. These guys don't really need all that much. Would rather save the money. Devon Reed, not really going to offer him anything right there. Moratorium period. So as far as players available, point guard we're good, shooting guard we're good. Small forward is really the only position we need. And yeah, as far as small forwards available, I mean, you got Chris Middleton, Rudy Gay, and Kevin Durant. I'm not really going to go for him at all. Can't even afford him anyway. So yeah, I guess I don't really know what to do. I mean, there's not really like a position I need all that much. Because I really don't want Tobias Harris again. I can get him in a lot of rebuilds. And Middleton, 84 overall, like, eh. So I'm thinking Bojan is probably our best bet. He's only $11 million a season. That's a pretty good offer. So we'll sign him to that 3-year deal. Hopefully, if he wants to come to the team or not. And I guess we could probably look for a better starting point guard and then just maybe trade Darren Collison away for somebody. Kyrie would actually be really cool on this team. Like, he would actually fit a big time void. Definitely cannot afford him at all, so that's not going to happen. Kemba Walker, I've seen him come to this team in rebuilds. Now, to get a guy like that, we are going to have to trade away somebody to make this happen. So, kind of thinking, yeah, maybe I can trade Miles Plumlee away. I'm going to toss in like a future first. See if that entices the team to take him on. Okay, so this we get the 76ers 2020 first pick. You know what? I'll do that one. That one sounds good to me. And they get Miles Plumlee. So, good for them. Thank you, 76ers. You're always the real MVP. And then now we can probably go for Kyrie. Yes, we can actually afford him. So, we'll give him that contract. So, let's give Kemba Walker a good size contract. And then probably also D'Lo. Just to make sure we get at least one of these guys. Okay, I can't do any more offers for this day. Alright, so we got Bogdanovic. We do have rights on him, so... Damn, we got to let Tyreek Evans walk, though. Kemba to the Jazz. That's actually a really great fit. Kyrie to the Boston Celtics. Damn, dude. And it looks like... okay, D'Lo is still available. Okay, I'm going to offer him as much as I can. Give him that player option. And I think I can get both. Maybe. And he got his offer matched by the Brooklyn Nets. Okay, so that did not happen for us. Damn, dude. Okay, let's get Darren Collison back, I guess. I think we still got Bogdanovic. Let me make sure. It's pretty much going to be a pretty similar team to last season. What if I got like a Kyle Korver? He'd be nice for the bench. Okay, Darren, Kyle, Bojan. That's fine. It's just frustrating. I really wanted one of those guys on the team to be our starter, but we got Darius Garland. We still got Collison, so we should still be okay, guys. Not the greatest free agency period for us. I'm happy we got a lot of our players back that we did, so let's just go ahead and simulate to the beginning of the regular season. Okay, so here is what the team is looking like so far. I did go ahead and sign JJ Redick. I had a little cap space to work with, so I thought he'd be nice for the backup shooting guard position. Got Darren Collison on the bench. Also signed Lance Stevenson to come back to this team. I do need a backup big guy, though, because, like, TJ Leaf and Jeff Withey, they're just like, not going to get it done. So, we are going to try to put a trade together to make that happen. And I'm thinking probably Dougie McBuckets. Now that we got Garland, Aaron Holiday is probably the one to go. Actually, no, man. I think I'd rather keep Holiday because he's a bit younger. And maybe try to toss in Collison to a deal with a future second-round pick so we can get, like, a really good six-man big guy off the bench. That would be pretty cool. Not a ton of great offers to us, though. DeMar Carroll, John Henson, that's not bad. But I don't really need those guys. Could bring Thaddeus Young back to the team with Alex Len. I actually like that trade quite a bit. Kelly Olynyk. We got Willie Hernan Gomez. We got Jabbar Parker, Harry Giles. Not really feeling that. Different Plumlee I saw on there. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to bring Thaddeus Young back to the team here, guys. I think that's probably the move for us. So, let's do that. We also get Alex Len. I mean, that kind of gives us, like, a good rotation from all 5 positions off the bench. And yeah, that's going to be the starting 5. Bench unit JJ, Thaddeus, Alex Len, Lance Stevenson, and Aaron Holiday. This is the team here, guys. For some reason, Oladipo's rating did go down. I don't really know why that would be. But we are going to go ahead, simulate this second NBA season, and see if, now that we got a healthy Oladipo and a new rookie point guard, how deep we can get. And maybe get to the damn, I don't know, man, NBA Finals, potentially. So, pretty disappointed with the final result of this season, 45-36. I know it's not a bad record. But, I mean, we were plus 50 last year without Oladipo on the squad. So, I don't know what it was. I don't know if there was just, like, too big of a rotation. I don't know if, like, the stars didn't get enough minutes. I don't know what it was. But the team simply did not really work out. I mean, Darius Garland, I know he's a rookie point guard, so that could have been some of it. So, maybe next season will be a bit better for us. You guys see all the awards here real quick. I'm going to see what went wrong with this team, guys. Plain simple. So we got All-NBA first, All-NBA second, All-NBA third. And here's the rest of the awards. We do have Victor Oladipo, All-Defensive second team. And Darius Garland, All-Rookie second team. Now he's 79 overall point guard. So that's good at least. But we are the 5th seed in the Eastern Conference. Let's check out the player stats here real quick. So Oladipo at 19.6 rebounds, 5 assists, picked up right where he left off. Darius at a solid 14.6 assists. I like those numbers. Sabonis 13 and 11. JJ Redick was amazing for us off the bench. Miles Turner 11 and 8 with about 2 blocks per game. Bogdanovic, he kind of, didn't really do all that much this season. Like, I was expecting a bit more out of him, but that's okay. I know he probably did not play as much. The bench unit was actually pretty good. So I think for the playoffs here, I am going to maybe tighten up the rotation a little bit. I'm thinking Aaron Holiday. I know he's on fire, but I think I'm going to go more with Lance Stevenson running a little backup point guard. Take away a few minutes here from the bench guys and just, like, focus on the starters. So let's get Miles Turner playing a bit more out there. Darius Garland, despite only playing like 26 minutes a game, he put up really solid numbers. And then Bogdanovic got him to work on his scoring a bit. So we'll do this. All right, man, that is going to be the rotation for the playoffs. Hopefully it works out for us. It might not, though. First round, Boston Celtics. Simulate current round, see how this goes. Hopefully we can get past the first round, not get swept. Well, we already didn't get swept, so I guess that's a step in the right direction. And we beat the Boston Celtics 4-2. Luckily, too, the Orlando Magic upset the Toronto Raptors in a 7-game series, my bad. They also got D Rose and Austin Rivers on that team. That's actually kind of an interesting looking squad. But our closeout game, Garland at 25 points, 5 assists, 3 steals, looking like a superstar. 25, 10, and 7 and 2 for Oladipo. And a very nice game for Sabonis and Miles Turner. So it sounds like tightening up the rotation was the right move. Although Lance Stevenson, Dancing Lance, 0 for 6 shooting. Not great. All right, next up, Orlando. Derrick Rose and the Magic. Simulate current round. And got game 1, got game 2, and 2-1. Okay, we got tied series and 3-2, and okay, we beat them in a 7-game series, man. So we do have the 6th seed Washington Wizards in the Eastern Conference Finals. Sabonis closing out with 20.6 rebounds, 18 and 7 for Oladipo, 14 and 8 for Thaddeus Young, and Fournier and Derrick Rose, just the new Splash Brothers apparently out there. All right, I'm hoping Sacramento wins, and I'm hoping we win. Washington Wizards team probably got same looking team as always for the most part. So simulate current round here. Got game 1, got game 2, got game 3. Okay, 3-1. Come on, guys. Don't blow, man. Okay, we got 4-1. OKC did sweep the Sacramento Kings. Darius Garland at 21 points, 8 assists, and 4 from 3. Oladipo, 7 for 22 is not great shooting, but he still put up a pretty good stat line. Besides that, Sabonis played great. And yeah, I'm actually really impressed with what Garland's doing against like these veteran point guards. Kyrie, he beat him right there. Beat D Rose, just beat down John Wall. So now you got the ultimate test, Russell Westbrook. Simulate current rounds. Lost game 1, got game 2, got game. Okay, I can't even. It's going too damn quick. All right, well, we lose 4-2. Paul George, Finals MVP. Little upsetting. I will say, though, I was not really expecting to get to the finals. So really, the rage, when I rage, man, the rage really typically comes from when I really expect to win. If I do better than what I thought, then it doesn't really upset me all that much. So we are going to do this final season. At least we know what we have now out here and know like who works well together. We know Darius is ready to take that next step and be an all-star point guard. So let's go straight to the NBA draft. See if we can get a pretty good role player out there. I know Sabonis, so we're going to have to re-sign him. I'm debating on maybe trading for a better small forward now, but we'll see how that all goes. Maybe Bogdan and JJ Redick could be a nice little trade package. And do I have any draft picks? I probably have some sort. Yeah, okay, I got the 21st pick in the draft. Should be a pretty good rotation player right there. 25 trade offers not going to look this time. Let's look at this. We got Precious Archie-Y. I like him. Welcome to the team. Best available small forward. That is actually a position we really do need. So we got him, a rookie signing. He is a 77 overall, so he's instantly going to be part of the rotation. Team player options, Holiday and TJ Leaf. I'll bring both those guys back. Let's go qualifying offers. Sabonis. It would be nice if he does sign for that, but I don't expect him to. I think the guy deserves his money at this point, so we are going to actually pay it to him. Damn, though, we got some money freed up, though, here, guys. Like, not so quick, right? Like, let's look at, like, what's actually available. All the top free agent guys are all restricted, so, yeah, we best just go for Sabonis and just be happy about that. I'll give him that contract, and we get him back on the team. So let's get out of moratorium period. And, all right, so as far as other guys available, we got Ricky Rubio, Kent Bazemore, Joe Harris. I really always like Joe Harris. I feel like his shooting, he might be a bit more athletic than Bojan is at this point in their NBA careers. So, I don't want to say athletic, but, a bit more quick on the court. So, we also got Jabari Parker. Really don't like him all that much. I will bring back Thaddeus Young, though, if he wants to be back on the team. Maybe a better backup center. About like Aaron Baines for $5 million. So, Joe Harris, Aaron Baines. We got those guys. Thaddeus is going to the Lakers, so that's actually pretty unfortunate. We are going to need a backup power forward. I do like Michael Beasley. I always like his scoring. I feel like when he tries, he is one of the better scorers in the NBA. But it's the getting him to try part that's tough. So I think we're pretty much good to go. I still might look at some trades, not sure yet. But I think regardless, guys, I'm going to go ahead and simulate to the beginning of the regular season. Okay, so I found this trade that I actually like a lot. We got Bojan, JJ Redick in exchange for Harrison Barnes and Tyler Herro. The reason I like this trade is just because, Harrison Barnes has got championship experience out there. I feel like he will fill, a nice small forward athletic shooting void on the in our starting lineup that we have not really had with Bojan out there. So I'm going to do this trade here, guys, get Harrison Barnes on the squad, and hopefully it works out for the betterment of the team. But yeah, now we got Darius, Victor, Harrison, Sabonis, and Miles Turner bench. We got Joe Harris, Aaron Baines, Lance Stevenson, Aaron Holiday, and this precious dude right there, although he's really not going to play. Still need a backup center. We don't really have one again. No, I guess we got Aaron Baines. My bad. We're all set for that. Let's go ahead and put Joe Harris as shooting guard, though. Or Lance Stevenson. Either one, I guess. So he goes down to a 77. Lance Stevenson goes down to a 76. Let's put Lance Stevenson right there. I'm good with either one playing that spot. And that might actually make Lance fall out of the rotation. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try this rookie out and see what he can do for us. TJ Leaf will actually be a nice, decent stretch big off the bench also. But definitely got to take down the minutes of the bench because we know that this team does better when the starters are playing a lot more of the minutes. So we're going to get Darius at about 35 a game. Victor Oladipo at 37. Sabonis playing a lot more. Get Miles Turner about 32. And I would also potentially like to get 5 minutes all right there. Yeah, Harrison Barnes at least at about 30 points or 30 minutes per game. So this is the final team for the rebuild, guys. I feel like there's potential here to do well. We got to the finals last time. I feel like the team is better now. So let's go ahead, simulate this final NBA season and see if we can get to the NBA championship and this time win it all. So a record of 48-33, a little better than the last season, but still not where I wanted to be at this point of the rebuild. Finish with a W on the season. MVP is, come on, man, give me Victor Oladipo. Give me Oladipo. And it's James Harden. You know what, man? I'm overriding this. We're giving it to a Victor Oladipo because I just found out, I was reading on Twitter as the simulation was going along that he is going to be out for the entire NBA season. So I feel so bad for the guy. I feel so bad for the Pacer Nation out there. We're going to give him MVP. Rookie of the Year, Jaden McDaniels. Six-man, Dennis Schroeder. Anthony Davis, Defensive Player. Dennis Smith Jr., Most Improved. And Larry Drew is Coach of the Year for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They must have got Zion because that's the only way they did. That's the only way I can see that team being the top team in the Eastern Conference at this point. But we are the 3rd seed, so we can still make things happen. Let's go ahead and check out the player stats on the season. So Oladipo at 20 points, 6 rebounds, about 5-6 assists per game. Darius at 17 and 7. Harrison Barnes, he played great. That's exactly what I was looking for him to do out there. Miles Turner and Sabonis both combined for great front court numbers, and the bench unit was still pretty good. Aaron Holiday, I'm actually really happy I invested in him and did not trade him away like I was thinking about doing, but he did pretty good for us at the backup point guard position. So here we go, first round. Washington Wizards, simulate current rounds. Hopefully it goes better this time around, man. We don't lose to OKC, or we can at least get to the finals again. If we get to the finals, I will be happy. And, okay, we beat the Washington Wizards 4-2. Unfortunately, we do have Zion in the second round. That's all right, man. We're gonna beat him down. We're gonna beat him down. Simulate current round. Yeah, oh no, we lost game 1, lost game 2, lost game 3, and we got swept. 4-0. I'll tell you, man. Pacer Nation, they just can't get a win lately, guys. They just, between Oladipo going down, Paul George going down in the USA basketball, Andrew Luck going down with the knee injury, I believe, before this rebuild, Tayshaun Prince blocking Reggie Miller, it's just, it's no bueno, man. No words really can be said for this. I'm disappointed with how this rebuild turned out, though. I thought the team was solid. I thought we had what it took to win the NBA championship. Really, that second season was our time to do it. It did not happen because we all know 2K loves their Raptors-Warriors matchup. But anyway, guys, hope you all enjoyed this video. Be sure to drop that like, subscribe if you're new to my channel, and peace out, my friends.